Good morning, everybody. We are on location today, something new for us at Low Country Conversation. I'm with Selma Davis at Somerset Farms, New Leaf Produce.
That's right. Good job. Good job.
Selma, this is our first time meeting, and we just did a brief discussion about the farm and how you got it. Explain to everybody at home what we talked about earlier.
Well, the way I find myself out here on St. Helena is that after 25 years of public education in Beaufort County, riding the COVID wave, at the end of that time, I needed a change. And honestly was flipping through TikTok.
Okay.
And came across a Freight Farms video, 30 seconds, about this farm, which is called a Greenery S, and I was hooked.
Okay.
Completely.
And just said.
And I said, if they can do it, I can do it.
Right.
And, the phrase is, I bought the farm. So I bought the farm and had a little trouble initially finding a location for it.
Okay.
But one door closes, another door opens.
It's amazing how that works.
And my friend is a real estate agent, Terrence Green, and he said, I've got some land that you guys need to look at. And we saw it one time and knew it was going to be the spot for us. So we purchased this 10-acre piece of land out here on Scott Hill Road, sold our house in town after living there for 30 years and bought an RV and moved into the RV, and the rest is history.
Wow. And you said the name, where does the name of the farm come from?
Somerset Farm. It's a really heartwarming story. So we were fortunate enough to actually get a copy of the original deed.
Okay.
From 1865. And a gentleman and his wife purchased this property, and his name was Somerset Rivers. And he had a connection with, of course, St. Helena, Beaufort County, and even Savannah, Georgia.
Oh, wow.
So there was no issue in what we were going to name this acre plot.
Yeah.
We named it after him, and I'm going to continue the tradition of farming, both hydroponic, which we will see inside the farm, and traditional dirt farming. Okay. So I'm gonna try it all.
Yeah, that works for me. I'm excited to see inside and learn a little bit about it because I don't know anything about farming in general.
Right.
Any of that. It's way out of my wheelhouse.
Right.
So I'm looking forward to going inside.
Well, I can't wait to show you.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so we're inside now. This looks all. I say that to say, so we were in Disney. We were in Epcot.
I've heard this story. Let me hear it from your perspective.
I think it was on the People Mover, as I was explaining to Anthony, and they have all these plants and fruits and vegetables that they build with inside their greenhouse.
Yep.
And it was amazing to me. That was the first time I had seen vertical farming.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to talk about that. But first, let's talk about what you got going on here.
Let's start from the door and work our way back. So this is our nursery station. We seed weekly.
Okay.
Right now, I am seeding about 350 heads of lettuce a week.
Okay.
I've got some arugula growing, my root vegetables, turnips and radishes. But regardless, whatever I seed spends 3 weeks in this nursery.
Okay.
So it has an ebb and flow watering system that is all controlled through my dashboard.
That's amazing.
I have preset recipes. So of course, I do the timing, and I input it there, and it's kind of like a fix it and forget it.
Okay.
So an ebb and flow watering system here with an automatic dosing setup here.
And what is dosing? What does that
So as we're hydroponic, the nutrients come from the water.
Okay.
So I use some pretty technical solutions. I dilute them, I fill these dosing tubes, and my recipe is set to a certain set point so that I never, I don't overfeed and I don't underfeed.
Understood.
And so that's the critical part of this, is making sure that my nutrients are full. I have pretty state-of-the-art pH and EC sensors, which again inform the dosing according to the set point that I have in my recipe.
So it takes all the guesswork out of everything.
It does when they work.
Yeah. Well, just like
and when they're not
technology.
working, which is now,
Yeah.
I am in the process of troubleshooting some of the technicalities.
Okay.
I hand dose. So it's an educated guess, but I take readings of EH and pH and EC daily.
Okay.
I dose according to where I want to be, but it's kind of like my recipe. I measure with my heart.
Right, understood.
So
Now, real quick, prior to this, did you have any experience?
Backyard gardening.
Backyard gardening only.
Yeah, that's a great question. So Freight Farms is fantastic in their education component.
Okay.
So I actually taught myself in an online course.
Okay.
How this farm works, the nuances of hydroponic farming. I have incredible support. The company is located in Boston.
Okay.
If I have a question or an issue, I shoot out an email and they get back to me. I have Google Meets all the time.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I have learned how to do all of this with great help. With great help.
Yeah, for sure.
So right now I'm hand dosing to make sure, because my pumps are down, but my meeting today, we've solved that.
Oh,
so
got it. Perfect.
I'll be getting some new parts from Freight Farms. So we're 3 weeks here in the nursery.
Okay.
And then this table is set up specifically to accommodate one of these vertical panels. So I'm not going to lay it down there, but I'll show you how it works. Of course, these walls move with rack and pinion.
Okay.
Rack and pinion steering. And so these panels come down.
Oh, wow.
And I can lay that panel. It fits perfectly in this channel.
Yes.
I seed I transplant according to patterns for optimal airflow. Also, yield is a big issue. So my goal is to get 40 heads of lettuce per one vertical panel.
Okay. So there's a science behind
there's a great,
everything.
It really is.
Okay.
I have even removed the wicks in these channels to promote airflow, because lettuce tends to overlap, and I want constant airflow back there. So while we have this down, we can talk about the top-fed gravity-assisted irrigation system. It's a closed-loop system.
Okay, yeah, for sure.
So I have a 100-gallon main tank.
Okay.
And I have a 30-gallon nursery tank, but a 100-gallon main tank. I have pumps that send the water through these emitters, and these emitters are 2 gallons per minute. It's dialed down to a science, and it waters every 40 minutes while the farm is running. So right now is nighttime in the farm because my LEDs are not on.
Understood. Okay.
Daytime begins in this farm at 4:30 in the afternoon.
Okay.
Signals that it's time for me to leave, and then it starts back up at 10:30 the next.
Okay.
So 4:30 till 10:30, and the lights. So this farm has great aspects of efficiency.
Okay.
So this is a little bit of science. I was an elementary science teacher.
Oh, excellent.
So when you're looking at plants outside, the vibrant green color that you see is because the plant is reflecting parts of the visible spectrum that it doesn't require. It only requires the red and the blue out of the Roy G. Biv.
Yep.
So I only have red and blue lights here.
Okay.
So the plants absorb all of that energy coming from the LEDs, and at night these plants look black.
Really?
Because they're absorbing all of the light.
Yeah.
Wow. We're not working with anything that they don't need. So in that dosing tank, I maintain an electroconductivity, which EC stands for dissolved salts, dissolved nutrients.
Okay.
And the pH is pretty spot on. I have well water out here. It comes in at about 6.6%, 6.6 pH is exactly what I'm looking for.
Okay, got it.
So I don't really have to worry about pH.
Okay.
So the plants, by and large, take 4 weeks from the time I transplant to harvest. So we harvest whole heads of lettuce. They come with the plug on it.
Yeah.
It's a living plant when I deliver it to my customers, and the shelf life is just incredible.
Okay.
I've had remain in my refrigerator that is as fresh on day 20 as it was on day 1.
Wow.
Because I keep the plants, I keep it in a little bag, I make sure it's moist, and
that's amazing.
I mean, other produce does.
Yeah.
The trip that the produce takes before it gets to you is a lot longer than anybody realizes.
Oh, I'm sure.
This is day of harvest delivery.
Wow.
So it's optimal freshness.
Day of harvest delivery. That's huge.
It is huge. So, right now I'm seeding to order, but for example, Locals Raw Bar, they have a delivery day on Wednesday. I harvest around noon. I deliver around 3.
Wow, so it's that fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he
Hunter and his
appreciates.
team, they're phenomenal.
Hunter
with what they
appreciates
do.
that.
Yeah, of course. I see him appreciating that.
I do. I've learned so much from him. He's a man of a lot of knowledge. So I have 22 panels on one wall. I have 4 walls, so I have 88 panels. Right now, I only have 2 panels empty of produce. I've got to move some today. I got to clear out the real estate here before I can transplant and put new.
And is that just a remove, slide down?
Yeah,
kind of start
I
doing
do
here?
stay in order. So, I mean, this is harvesting this week, next week, and then it flips around the back.
Got it.
So
got it.
I just
it
kind
rotates,
of, I just kind of keep it. This is just planted.
Yep.
So
So it's a progression.
it is. This is due. This will be ready March the 18th.
Okay.
So right now I'm growing 4 types of lettuce. I grow a romaine of a particular variety for locals. For Saltus, I grow a hydroponic green leaf.
Okay.
I have a CSA, which is community supported agriculture. I have folks that support the farm through a subscription service.
Oh, nice.
They get this beautiful red leaf, and Betos is my newest customer.
Oh, I love Vito's.
So Betos is getting my butter on their burgers. So
Excellent.
yeah, once you get this system, this rotation, it's kind of a rinse and repeat.
Wow,
I mean, I knock on wood when I say that.
Yeah, of course, everything.
When everything's working right, it's a pretty efficient system.
I can see that.
Yeah. So we have a state-of-the-art HVAC system. I've got an onboard dehumidifier, which is helpful in this climate. In the heat of the summer, I'm water positive, about 30 gallons of water a day.
Wow.
So I have some of it going outside and some of it coming into the tank.
Okay.
That's distilled water when it comes into the tank. So it's a neutral pH. I try to help it along. I've got a third-party dehum. Humidity is the critical set point.
Okay.
Humidity and temperature,
Yeah, for sure.
which I maintain that 365 days a year.
Well, yeah, to.
So when we had snow outside, this was the spot to be because it was 66 degrees in here.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a pretty cool place to work.
I can imagine. And we briefly walked some of the property. Let's go have a look and talk about what's coming soon.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay. So now we're out here. You had just said this is a newly tilled.
It is
that the
newly
right-
tilled.
tilled?
Yes.
Again, saying words that I haven't said in forever. So what's going to be going on here? What's happening here?
Well, my dream is to have a community garden.
Okay.
Have friends and family to come in and help me work this. This is 4,000 square feet, so it's not a small undertaking. I had a small backyard garden downtown, which was easily managed by one. This I'd be in the weeds real fast.
Literally.
So we're gonna plant heirloom organic produce that I'm starting from seed.
Okay.
And I believe if you build it, they will come. So
Yeah.
I'm really about sharing the fruits of my labor.
Okay.
And I'm going to need quite a few hands out here this summer, but we'll be planted next Thursday.
Okay.
Let's circle back in June.
Yeah, for sure.
And let you see what's going on out here. We just planted 15 rabbit eye blueberries.
Okay.
But it's going to be a beautiful spot. Irrigation just got in this week. So that was my hardship last year. Consistent watering and dragging a hose. If I don't have to drag a hose,
you're good.
I'll be good. So it rains.
Yeah.
It is a beautiful thing.
Okay. So does placement of this make a difference? Like, did you look at the land prior to this and say, okay, this is a better spot for this as opposed to anywhere else?
No, it just naturally evolved.
Okay.
And so it's all very fertile land.
Okay.
My neighbor farms 22 acres right there.
Right there, yeah.
If he can do it, I can do it.
Yeah.
So, and people have been growing out here on this land for generations.
for
And
sure.
this is historic farmland.
Yeah.
So
it just feels. Have you found anything yet, tilling that's historical or have any relevance?
yeah.
Relevance, yeah.
Well, I have a friend that comes out and metal detects.
Okay.
And we found some pretty cool Civil War buttons.
Okay.
Some other things we're not quite sure of. He has property around the corner on Orange Grove.
Okay.
The treasure trove that he's found is just remarkable. So anytime I turn something over, he comes out.
Oh, yeah.
And he'll check. But I've got one button.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Yeah, it's
so
pretty
much
cool.
history out here.
It really is. I feel very lucky I feel very lucky to be out here.
Oh no, I
The silence is definitely.
Oh, it's huge.
And it's lovely.
Yeah, especially for being, Beaufort's not a big city per se, but still the hustle and bustle, and especially off of Rebo Road.
Oh, Depot.
Oh yeah,
we
you're on
heard
Depot.
sirens
all
for
the time.
30
Yeah,
years.
coming up Depot, turning on Rebo. Yeah. Oh, that'd be.
This is beautiful.
Yeah.
I love being out here. So.
Well, let's look. We've got another piece that we talked about briefly. Let's go look at that.
Please.
Okay, so we're at this new spot. What's happening here? What's going to be happening here?
Well, this is the spot where we're going to build our barn.
Okay.
I've been researching it for about a year. I landed on a company outside of Ellington, Connecticut.
Okay.
They build the most gorgeous post and beam barns. They harvest the wood from upstate New York.
Wow.
And that is our next structure on this farm. It's a traditional style, monitor style barn.
Okay.
And we hope to have that up before hurricane season ramps up, so we can kind of get dried in. It was a little sketchy in that camper.
Oh, I can imagine.
Last year.
So that's going to double as a residence kind of upstairs?
No, it's going to be a storage barn.
Okay.
We do have a hay loft, so we'll move an office up into there.
Got it.
Storage is critical for how I'm trying to expand the hydroponic farm into the seedling business. So I need a spot for that. But I'm working as a general contractor.
Oh.
Trying one more new thing.
Because you're not busy enough.
Well, Beaufort County allows the homeowner or the property owner to be their own general contractor. So
is that a paid gig?
It is so not paid. It is so not paid, but I have navigated the zoning process.
Okay.
And learned all the intricacies involved with that. And then I'll go to building and navigate that permitting process. I've got a great group of people who are going to participate in this old-fashioned barn raising.
That's going to be interesting to see and to watch. We'll definitely have to come back out.
I'd love that.
Day of when that's happening.
Oh, it's going to be so fantastic.
Yeah.
So it's going to be about 2,100 square feet.
Okay.
Adjacent to that, on that pad there, we're going to build an outdoor kitchen. I hate to let the cat out of the bag so soon, but my buddy Hunter at Locals we've been talking now for a little bit about having some farm to table dinners, highlighting Selma's produce.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic.
And we're actually talking about what he wants so I can grow it.
Yeah, for sure.
To have it ready. That kitchen probably won't be ready till the fall, but we'll have an outdoor kitchen where we can seat people under cover. And then our home is going to go over there, but that's phase 5.
Yeah, for sure, down the line.
Phase 5. Yeah. So, but right now the barn is my secondary focus.
Okay.
Because, it's a big undertaking, but I'm pretty confident that I can make it happen with my
I'm sure
support.
You can. With what I've seen that you've done so far, and the transition from being in education to this, and
lifelong learning.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, when are we not? We should always continue to learn.
I agree. Well, I'll be studying some codes in the next couple of days, making sure I address all that. But like I said, the people that have been brought into my life, that's the best part. Drawing in a different community, someone, the group of people that really appreciate what's going on out here, that want to be a part of it. I've provided an opportunity for a lot of folks, retirees, to come get their hands dirty. Yeah. Work with me, learn some tech, listen to some good music.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
No, I've made some great friends because of this. So I'm really excited to see what the future holds.
I am too. It's exciting to meet you because obviously before this we'd never met. So talk about the pop-up. You had said the pop-up. What is that about?
Yeah, well, every other week I've been having pop-up farmers markets right in front of the camper. And the first week, I had a great group. The second week I had twice as many. So this Saturday is my next pop-up.
So the next pop-up farmers market is going to be the March 15th.
It's going to be March the 15th, right here at 119 Scott Hill Road.
Don't use Apple Maps. Use Google Maps.
Use Google Maps.
Will take you somewhere else.
Use Google Maps. NewLeafProduceSC.com is our website, and our map is there.
Okay.
If you want to.
You're on Facebook.
Instagram and Facebook. Yeah. So we're our visibility has increased so much because of people like you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it means a lot for
Yeah.
you to come out here and
Oh, no,
see
this is, yeah.
what we're doing. I
Yeah.
love it so much.
Talk
And
about, I love to learn as well. And then doing this helps me learn a little bit more.
yeah, we've got a pretty
And
cool
then,
community.
Yeah, no, I agree.
A pretty
Yeah.
cool community. So you're welcome back anytime.
Perfect.
Anytime you want to get your hands dirty,
Always
I've
down.
got plenty of bug spray. You just have to grin and bear it.
Yeah, I'm no stranger to hard work.
Good.
So
Well, we can always use another set of
yeah.
hands.
Okay,
So
perfect.
thank you.
All right, thank you. I appreciate it.
It's been my pleasure.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.